Okay.
All right. Uh, good evening. Good evening, Helen, if you're
Hi.
out there.
Hello.
Welcome to the January board meeting. Thanks for attending.
Yeah, you can put that.
Uh, we will. Oh, there's Lisa Bruder. Can you give me 2 seconds to
Yeah.
answer this? You're right back.
Sorry, Helen, we had a question come up about registering for reelection, and Mark is trying to get an answer to that. So that's why he stepped away. I'm going to put us on pause again for just a minute.
Okay. We'll go ahead and start with the minutes. Sorry about that, everybody out there. I had a quick call from the clerk treasurer that had to answer some questions for our meeting tonight. So everybody get the minutes?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as presented in the December meeting.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We'll sign this. Treasurer's report.
Okay, so we ended the year with $499,259.
We're so close.
We spent in December, our receipts in December were 8,393, and our expenses in December were 9,694. One thing to note, we did not get our settlement deposited in time when you and I talked about picking it up. I tried to go there on New Year's Eve, and the offices were closed on New Year's Eve, and she had put it in the mail anyway because I got it in the mail on February 2nd.
Okay, on
So
January 2nd.
January 2nd,
Okay.
yeah. So anyhow, so that's gone in as a January
Okay.
receipt.
Should it be a January receipt or should we show it in December as a deposit in transit?
Well, I got dinged for that in the audit last time because she said you can't call it a deposit until it hits the bank.
Really?
That's
Okay.
told me to. She made me
Okay.
go back and change a lot of things that
I don't think it's going to matter.
Okay, well, you were pretty adamant about
Yeah.
trying to get it in before the end of the year.
Yeah, we thought it was the right thing to do, but
Right,
when
okay.
you get audited and they tell you it's not,
Okay.
do what the auditor said.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I didn't know
Yeah.
that she had said, because I mean, I know we'll show it as a deposit in transit, so it gets credited for the right
Yeah, I would have
month or
I would have
whatever.
preferred that, and I was surprised that she told us not to do that. But
Which she
And
did.
there isn't.
We have a new person.
She sent an email
Sent an
today,
email today.
just like this evening,
I
that
don't
there's a
think
new
I can
person,
get-
a DLGF person.
oh, I
Yeah.
thought that, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was the same. Anyway, we digress.
So sometimes,
Okay.
I mean, it's no fault of ours. The city or the county didn't have them ready, or they weren't ready to distribute until I think the 27th or 28th.
Yeah, that's kind of close when you're sending a check out. So
So
And how much, just out of curiosity, how much was that? Because that would have
I
gone
think
into
it's
the.
what was 29K. I thought.
Okay.
so
Okay, yeah. I just was curious. Yeah, how much it was.
going to put us back to about where we were when we started the whole project, the electrical project a few years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the treasurer's report. The next thing
Vouchers.
Yeah, we can do vouchers or we can do annual report next. Which one do you want to do first?
Whichever one you're ready for.
Okay. I see everybody peeking at the annual report, so I'm gonna. There's two little packets here. This is the actual Gateway. This is the report that Gateway generates. And this is all the information they care about in Gateway. And these are the reports that I generate out of my ledger file from that Excel spreadsheet. And these are the annual engagement reports we have to upload in Gateway, separate from the annual report. So there are 13 separate reports that have to get uploaded at the end of the year in Gateway, and then the annual reports on top of that. So anyway, that's what both of these are. And I would like, if you guys have an opportunity to spend any time with it, they are encouraging us for internal controls purposes to make sure that there is someone else signing off on that.
Okay.
Who is Avenue?
Avenue was Craig.
Craig
Oh,
Park.
Park. Okay,
Yeah, he did help us with the street.
right. Yeah, I mean, I remember that. I just
Yeah.
didn't recognize. And then Bluegrass Farms.
One of the that was one of the, I think that's the place we got all the
Oh, is that the
little plants
the
from.
shrubs and
Yeah.
stuff? Okay, and tree shrubs. That's, I mean, sometimes it's hard.
That was the one that Rafaela uses that she recommended, but they went and picked them up. And
You know,
I did see we got hit again. When I drove up here, somebody slid into our,
but it
No
didn't cause any damage.
Yeah.
It looks like their bumper went
Yeah.
over the wall. I saw it.
Really?
Too.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh. Wow.
yeah, but it looks like their bumper just knocked the snow off of
Yeah.
it. It looked fine.
Oh wow.
maybe a little bit of black on it, but
Yeah, it's fine.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah.
did the insurance person get a hold of you?
yes,
Other than that, I thought the expenses all looked like what we.
We want to approve, do we need to approve this? I think we,
actually, yes, I would love to have it in writing. If you guys, if one or two of you guys would just send me an email that you've looked it over and everything looks good, then I
Okay.
can just put that in the file as you're having approved it. That would be great. I mean, if you want to
You want
approve
us
it
to
here.
send you an email,
I
not,
mean,
Fine, or-
we could do a formal approval right now.
Okay,
or do you want us to sign
okay.
a copy? I mean, would that be,
Yeah, I mean, that should be more than enough.
which one do you want? This one or this one or both?
Probably the gateway one,
Yeah.
because that's the official one.
So you want to make a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the financial report as presented.
I need a second.
Motion a second, all in favor?
Hi.
Ayes carried. Voucher.
Vouchers. Okay, I got a bunch of them. So there's two for Smith. One came through right after I got back from California. I didn't, so it's waiting for me. So this is the other one. This one.
These are both Smith.
Yeah. This one is for my bond, which has to be renewed every year. This one is for Bob Clutter for the meeting we did with Deb Lazier. There are several here for pool trucking. There were a couple of small ones that I rolled together. Again, one that came through in late December that I didn't pay right away because I was on vacation. So there's two small ones, and then there's one that he just sent today.
This is for the
Snow
snow
removal.
removal. I wasn't sure the name of the people.
I'm
I
taking
wasn't
that out.
super happy with the way he plowed me into my driveway.
Ooh,
I noticed Cannons, I don't know what their last name is now, Anderson. There's no way they could get out of the end of their driveway. It's this tall.
I had to dig it out.
You want me to ask him to hit the end of driveways?
Well, I
You'll
think
get-
it'd be helpful when there's this much snow.
I think the hard part was trying to find him.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it
Well, they
was.
did, and they did
and-
come back.
And
with-
I didn't have a very wide spot
Yeah.
dug out at that point in
Yeah.
time.
But I do know,
But
they hired a bunch of kids to come shovel it, and the driveway is clear. But now there's, I mean, there's no way you could get a car through it. I wouldn't think.
yeah, I mean, it was this tall last night when David and I were trying to dig it out so we could get out today. I mean, yesterday none of us had to go anywhere, but he did clear, or maybe the neighbor across the street cleared, maybe her son cleared it, but it looked like it had been pushed
They
at the end of their driveway.
they did come through with a John Deere
Yeah.
bucket truck or something,
Yeah, I
some
did
kind of
see-
truck.
Yeah,
I
I saw that guy going
snowblowed
around.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they didn't need to do mine, but,
Yeah.
and I didn't think it was like that yesterday, but when I walked here tonight, I was like, whoa, there's no way they're getting out.
Well, it wasn't the first time they went around, it wasn't bad. I mean, there was a little bit, wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
Because they're
But
only at
then-
6 or 7 inches,
Yeah.
but when
And
they,
then the second time, I was like, really?
all right.
Maybe they just
I'll
didn't
t-
come
I'll-
back yet.
I'll add
Yeah.
Downstate workstation.
Yeah.
So this is the directors and officers insurance that got renewed. That's the one he was calling about. And I paid that on the 21st, but they hadn't received it yet. So that I don't know whether the snow is slowing the mail down or what. But,
I haven't got mail in 2 days.
Yeah,
We didn't have any. Yeah.
this is quarterly utilities. This one is the City of Lebanon for fire services. I asked her if she was going to send me
An invoice.
an invoice, and she said no, she doesn't want to do that. She said you have a contract, just send just send a
me money.
check.
Yeah. And it's flat now. It used to go up every year. It's the last 2 years it's been flat.
But
They lowered
I think
it.
I think it was for 3 years, and this is our third year, so we're going to have to do a
Okay.
new one. I think
I'll check with Chuck and ask him. Yeah, because that's a great deal.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does kind of wipe out the settlement check, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this last one, I looked this up. I don't think I'm going to need to do a voucher for payroll as long as I have a payroll report from the system each month. Apparently SBOA doesn't require the voucher for payroll, but I did one for you this so that you could see what the town's liability in addition to the salary is. I think it's another $95 for the Social Security Medicare.
See the food. Yep.
Well worth it.
Yeah.
So I just
Yes.
wanted you to
I hope, does
See
that
one of those
work out for you? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Well worth it.
have a couple of other things, but they can be new for business.
Okay. All right. Encumbrance report.
Encumbrances, apparently they've changed the requirement to enter that in Gateway, because I tried to find it in the annual report section. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I sent a message out thinking maybe there's something wrong with their latest Gateway revision, but SBOA sent me a message and said I don't have to do it. So
Okay.
they wanted you to have all the records in place when you're audited to explain it, because they said it's actually more important to the budget folks at DLGF than it is at SBOA. But there's no place on the annual report where you have to report it. Okay,
All right.
Okay.
print out that email instead.
Status of Setco invoice.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any invoice from Setco.
Okay.
They-
We'll ask her. I don't,
maybe
Or
it was when they
for the lights.
for the lights and the
Yeah.
when we
Oh,
did
I
the.
just emailed him and texted him earlier this week, so I'll follow up and ask him.
It's possible. You know what? We should ask Greg if he paid it.
Yeah.
Because I know they were paying Setco the same time we were
Greg.
for the club,
Oh,
because they had to rewire one of the lights in the parking lot when they put the camera in. And I'm wondering if Setco just sent the whole bill to him. Possibility.
Okay, I'll follow up. I've texted him a couple times, so I'll follow up when he responds about that. Overview of annual financial report, and
We did that.
we just did. Okay. So we're good with all the treasurer's reports. Ongoing work, update on sewer test.
Haven't heard Pete from them.
I haven't either. Nothing from the city. If anybody out there,
Well, people are getting the lead pipe letters.
Yeah,
they
because-
sent that to
yeah,
every
yeah,
Lebanon utility.
Yeah, I know, I got
customer.
it.
yeah, I think
There were questions that somebody reached out to me to ask
okay.
what they should do.
There isn't anything we can do. It's a repair on their end. and they'll repair it when they're ready to come through town and do the repairs. They'll just come through.
Yeah, they're just required to send out that notification.
Okay.
Like
So they dropped it.
may have done mine already because they dug up my meter or dug up something this fall and replaced something because I had a big dirt patch. And I can't
They
remember.
did mine up shortly after we moved in because there was a leak. And
You're-
They might have done yours.
Yeah.
I know they did
Yeah.
one
and they did
22.
across the street from us.
Yeah.
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 I don't think I've done mine.
Well, last year when I saw that and it says, if you need help identifying what kind of pipe you have, please contact us. I contacted them and heard crickets. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do it again. But I mean, I don't know whether I need
Yeah.
work or not. It's an old house. So I don't know.
Yeah, that. I think what we're talking about, the sewer test remediation was the smoke test.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So we have not heard anything. I think maybe some individual townspeople have heard from them, but those of us who weren't affected, I don't think are going to hear anything more.
So in November, I'd asked them and he'd said there were still a couple people they were
Working with
but
Okay.
he didn't elaborate and I'll just circle back with
until
him.
he tells us. I know he mentioned something about maybe a couple of our city manholes,
Right. Yeah.
town manholes. So we may end up having to do something there, but until they reach out to us and give us an idea of what.
I'll check in with him because I think it's just a good idea to keep the dialogue going.
Okay.
Seems like they wanted to have better contact, which is a good thing. So
Yeah.
Status of Ulen sign entrance project.
What happened to e-bikes and scooters?
Oh, sorry, I missed the e-bike. Update on the ordinance for e-bike and scooters. And talking to Bob Clutter, Carmel did a e-bike and scooter ordinance.
Yeah, that's what
The
you brought.
Town of Lebanon is going to adopt, I think this, from what Bob thought, the same ordinance.
Mhm.
So if they adopt that ordinance, we'll adopt that ordinance. If it's up to us to do it, but that'll be my recommendation. To the
Makes
three of
sense.
us.
Yeah, since
To
everybody
follow.
comes from Lebanon
Yeah.
to Ulen to
Yeah.
Lebanon.
That way the
We need to
police,
have the same.
that way the
Yeah.
police have the same ordinances to follow. So
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as we hear that the city adopts it, then we'll get copies of it. Bob will get us copies of it and we'll adopt it.
I mean, is Bob our best contact to keep tabs on that? I don't want,
Yeah.
reading it in the paper, it'd be good to know somebody on the inside that's looking at it and knows the details of it to.
I mean, Bob knows everything that's going on in city, county. So he's gonna know
Okay.
before any of us will.
Okay.
I'll double check with him at my next meeting.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, I mean, he's always, when I see him at meetings, he keeps me updated on what's going on.
Okay.
So if it comes to a point where we feel like we need to ask the city, then I can reach out to the mayor's office and or to Derek Warren he's in the.
Pretty sure we'll hear about it or see it.
Yeah.
And then we can just get a copy and.
Yeah. But I
Drop our own
can
ordinance,
follow
yeah.
up and see where they are along the way.
It'd be good to have Bob
Yeah.
tailor it for us if necessary. Anyway, we would have to.
Can't imagine there's
Yeah.
really anything you need to tailor.
I'm sending an email or a text to Derek Warren Hill. He works in that office. Status of entrance. So, last week or 2 weeks
I
ago.
saw the things were marked in white.
Yes. So, Adam DeHart and I met with the sign company out there. Got everything as far as Adam was concerned, and they had to come back and redesignate some areas because he didn't think we had everything labeled, all the underground labeled. So the sign company called underground. They came out there while they were there, labeled everything, and then they marked where the new bases will go. And they wanted to stay away from the old bases because of the ground underneath. Otherwise, they'd have to go deeper. They'd have to take we asked them not to take the whole thing out if they didn't need to. The bases that are there now, just go deep enough to cover them up.
Well, to have things grow on top of it.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
to,
I mean, we were going deeper than what they originally wanted to.
right, but in order to actually put the columns back in those, they were going to have to go deeper and deeper because they had to get to stable ground. So they moved them around a little bit, which is fine. It's still, if you look at the plan, it still lines up with the plan. The floating one is kind of the third one that sits out there because we have to make sure we don't hit it. But we know approximately where it's going to go to.
I mean, the biggest thing is with the one that's got the two, that it's tilted back enough that you're not obstructing that view of people coming towards town.
Yes, correct. Yeah, because the one right now sits out in the middle.
Right.
It does come back, but it has to float between the gas line, the water line, and all this stuff. So
Right.
there's a certain spot that it has to fit in.
Yes, there is a sweet spot.
Yeah. So that has been labeled, and the next step for us was, and I apologize, I had my days confused. I thought it was this coming Friday. It was actually last Friday.
What I thought. That's what I thought.
Oh.
That's what you and I.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure that's what he was
Yeah.
saying, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to secure a date to go down and look at those. So
Okay.
I will get with him and we'll get some more get with her and get some more open dates to meet.
But it won't be this Friday.
No, it's not
Okay.
this week.
Okay.
It'll be in February.
So there was an email today from Carrie. She said, "Good morning. I met with my excavator this morning, and as soon as the snow clears, we plan to get the foundations and digs completed. He did ask if there was a location near where we can dump the dirt after the dig is complete. We will bring all brick back." Did you see that today?
I did. I'm seeing it now.
Yeah. Went to you and Adam, so I didn't answer.
So just dirt. Let me reach out to her tomorrow.
Okay.
And they know to save the wax when they get out.
They should.
Yeah, we talked about it. So the other thing was she asked me for the logo and the font. And I asked John Levine about the font, and he gave me the name of a font. But I remembered this book, and the font that he actually used is really similar. It's like just a little bit, like a difference on a letter or two on the serifs, but it was really similar to this. And this is the logo that Emily said that is now officially the logo.
Okay.
So I think we're looking at that, and it's even like the drawing, John's original drawing had it on a green circle with a gold circle around that. And just want to make sure everybody's okay with that. I mean, the picture, it's very similar to what the original picture was.
Yep.
Yeah. The one thing I saw that was different with the font is we had all the letters the same size, where this used like a slightly larger cap and a slightly lower cap.
Mhm.
And I actually like this better.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
And I just wondered what you guys would thought.
So would you also do that with the town and Ulen?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
think you would keep it the same.
I mean,
So instead of it all being the same,
The
you
same
make the
size.
U, the C, and the C a little bit bigger
yeah.
than the T and the U.
Don't you think that looks classier?
Are
I
these
just
going
don't know what it's
to
going
be,
to look like.
and are we gonna do these the same size? I thought,
I believe so. If we can. I think it was an issue with the size of the metal.
and is it
Because-
an ampersand or is it an and?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
I would prefer A and D.
Or nothing at all, just Ulen Country Club, Town of Ulen. Maybe nothing in
I
between.
think that's not.
If space is an issue.
I just don't think you want them. I think you want a little bit of a gap between them, and I think that's why you're going to have different size. I think the Town of Ulen is going to be small because of the way the metal comes in at the bottom.
I thought
Oh,
that's
I
what
see.
I thought that's what we talked about anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you look at it, because the way the metal comes in at the bottom,
What comes in at the top though too.
I know, but in order to have a space in the middle, you're not gonna be as far out here to get that space, or it's gonna look like one whole thing, Ulen
Yeah.
Country Club Town
Down
of Ulen.
Ulen.
And I think we definitely need a space between them. But you don't want it to say and.
I don't mind if it says and, I just would prefer A and D versus an ampersand.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, what is the original?
That is it.
This is the original?
That's the,
Well, that.
This had an ampersand and I don't like that either. I'd rather, sorry, just me.
No, I agree. It needs to say.
Okay,
Or not
Like
or not have
salt
anything.
and pepper.
yeah,
Or not, yeah.
okay.
I don't think I didn't really realize it till right now when I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's pretty weird.
I don't
It's
think
it's
To have an ampersand is pretty casual.
yeah, it's informal and I think we want it to look.
Okay, we need to send her an email. then.
I'll do it. I'll take
Okay.
care of it because I already told her I was going to talk to you guys about the whether or not we wanted
Font
to
and
do
the
this.
size on it, yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like they're gonna dig. We just need to find a place for dirt.
Right.
I don't even know where to put it. I don't even know what condition the dirt's gonna be in.
Probably like muddy.
No, it's not gonna be muddy. It's gonna be frozen. But I don't know.
Where we can put it.
Gabe might want,
Oh,
I'm kind of like in that entryway, you know, how it like falls off
Yeah.
there, maybe just to put extra dirt. You may want to fill in some of that. I don't know. Just not having to haul it somewhere. How much dirt are we talking here?
Gonna be quite a bit. Because you're digging up these big holes. Those holes are at least 4 foot wide. 4 foot
You're
square.
also gonna have to, excuse me, fill in when they pull out all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Too. So some of it,
Let me reach out to her and ask her. Let me ask you.
yeah, I think before we ask like Gabe or, we need to know how much dirt are we talking here?
Yeah. Okay.
But I would think somewhere around here, dirt could be put to use.
Well, it just depends on if it's decent dirt.
Well, that's, yeah,
You know, you don't want to I'd put some in my front yard. I got a big hole, but if it's not very good dirt, I don't want to put it in my front
yeah, right.
yard.
So the amount of dirt and the quality of the
Yeah.
dirt.
Yeah, it makes a big
We can
difference.
put it in my swimming pool.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get some answers on that.
Okay, just to be clear, because I want to respond to her tomorrow. We are okay with this slightly larger cap.
If it will work, if it won't, if she says, I guess I would lean towards her recommendation.
Okay.
On that, because I'm not 100% sure it's going to work in the way we've designed this sign. Because our space and the way our angles are, it's gonna.
And Town of Ulen's can be smaller.
Yep.
And we want either the word A and D or nothing at all. So we need to make a decision on that.
I think we need to follow there based on what will fit on
Yeah,
the
what'll
sign.
fit on the sign, I think.
Okay.
If there's enough space
For A and D,
or to leave it blank. Because you can't have them.
too crowded.
Yeah.
But we would prefer to have A and D if there's room.
I would.
Think that would be, it would maybe make more sense for people.
Because otherwise it's like, here's Ulen Country Club in the town of Ulen. It doesn't really say this is the town of Ulen. And I thought that was
That's a
the
good point.
purpose of the and was.
Yeah.
This is not only the entrance to
To
Country Club, but it is also the entrance to the
town.
town.
Okay,
It,
That
it
makes sense.
is both of them, not just
Yeah.
designating
Yeah.
where the club is.
makes sense.
Okay. So which part?
All right,
Truck signs are still too cold to put those out. Security cameras.
training, you and I need to get with, I can't think of his name, the guy from there, and just let him tell us whatever it was he was going to tell us in terms of how to use that.
Okay.
I know you said you already use a lot. but-
I tell you, I just used it a ton the last week because we had a theft at one of our stations and we caught them. They were Cuban nationals pulling up with a farm trailer and had a 500-gallon tank in the back. They were putting our pumps in bypass in the middle of the night, stealing 500 gallons
Really?
and selling it. Yeah. So now we have the FBI involved, we have ICE involved. It's interesting. So
Oh,
I
wow.
understand how to use these ubiquity cameras now.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, I'll just get the training.
Yeah. Very well versed on ubiquity.
Well, good though. I'm glad you
Also-
caught him.
Yeah,
But that's pretty crazy in
it was crazy.
Indiana, right?
Yeah, we had NICE, we had the FBI, and
So I am curious though about what the protocol we should establish for like how often do we review it? I've been thinking about it and it's like I haven't looked at it since we put them in, but should somebody be looking at it once a week? I mean,
we only
Probably
review
if
it in case
you-
of an instance.
If you needed something, like, let's just say, when the pillar got hit. If we wanted to know, it was more of a hit and run.
Yeah, we could look at that.
We could look at that camera and go, oh, well, here was the car that hit it. Here's what happened.
Yeah, that's for,
Here's, I mean, that's the kind of
that's why
stuff.
we want to look.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think we just want to be randomly.
Because we probably want to, I mean, it's cold right now and we really can't tell if that thing was damaged or loose. We don't think it is, but it's worth looking on the camera to see who did it and see if we can identify.
I just,
Because
Oh, you're talking about
like the one
here,
that,
yeah.
Yeah.
like the one that got hit today. I
That
could
just
go
ha-
back and
that
look on
just
the
happened,
camera.
yeah.
I just wondered if there was, you know, if there was some value in just checking it before it all gets deleted, you know, in case something happens that none of us even notice or know about, you know, if we have somebody prowling around that we didn't, you know,
Case in the
Yeah, but you
Nobody
gotta sit
sees.
there and watch.
Our safety, I mean, our IT team would tell me, oh, we review it when you have an instance you need to review. Or
Okay.
if somebody asks.
How long do
Okay.
we keep the, is it
60
30,
months? 6 weeks?
No,
Or
there's 60 days, I think,
60 days?
so not very long.
But
But you would think in 2
You're,
months.
if you're gonna have an instance like a theft or something in a house, somebody's gonna know it within a few days. And then you can go back and look.
But that's where we need to make sure that people, if they have anything, they
Yeah.
need to make sure they're notifying somebody
Yeah.
Mhm.
so that we have, and yeah, you're to your point, I would
Yeah.
think in 2 months.
Yeah.
If you haven't said anything by then.
Yeah.
So, and just one other thing I was gonna say, we got another, you know, like pretty fat check for public safety again, so, with this last settlement, so if there's we only used $11,000 of, what was it, like an $80,000 budget? I don't know what the report
Oh,
said
we
was
wanted
the.
to add anything.
Can we
Well,
add some cameras?
if we want it,
Do we
Either
have
that or
anything down by the,
or some other
I
project,
know we talked about putting something down by the bridge.
so we
Well,
still
you
have,
have
we
to have
still
line
have,
of sight.
Oh,
That's the,
that was the issue.
yeah.
so
So
we
if you're gonna
still
do
have,
that, you need to have line of sight to the cameras.
so we still have $78,000 in that account, that's what I'm saying. So unless we have something else in mind for that money, I would be given some thought to that, because we
Yeah.
can't spend it on anything except public safety.
Well, 4th of July patrols. I'm sure you use some of it, probably not a lot, but some of it. I don't know if there's any other instances when we would need to have.
I don't know, we
any
talked
kind of
about
security.
painting the crosswalks, but I don't know whether that's gonna qualify for,
Road work or public safety?
yeah,
Yeah, it's probably gonna be road,
that's what I would guess.
because I was thinking even sidewalks and public safety, but it's really road. work.
Mhm.
I guess we could ask that question.
Yeah.
Would it also be road work if we have to do any of the handicap
Curbs,
curbs and stuff like that, or is that public safety?
we could ask that question. Why don't we put that out there on the chat and just say, hey.
Yeah.
We need to,
I recall that what's allowed for public safety was pretty narrow. It was like fire, police,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
emergency management stuff. But I'll double check.
plan commission BZA activities,
And that's really just to remind me that I need to do the
the
webpage.
webpage.
Yeah.
Okay. Once we get that done, then we'll send the letter to Funderburger on the end.
Okay.
About he's aware that he has to go in front of the zoning board for his
Oh, his mailbox.
mailbox, but we have to send him the notice and get him signed up.
Did you guys see the copy of the markup that Kent did on
Yeah,
sorry, the
he took
letter
some things,
did, not
yeah,
Kent.
yeah. Kent did it first, sent it to
Okay.
Bob
Okay.
and said, hey, some of these things need to come out.
Mhm.
So Bob redid it and sent it
Okay.
back to us.
So we just need to get whoever's Deb's replacement is to give us a new version of that.
No, I think it's correct. The version Bob sent us is correct. That's the one you want to download.
Okay, I haven't seen Bob's then. I've only seen
I didn't think,
the one that Kent marked
oh,
up.
yeah, Bob
There.
Butter sent, attached is the revised residential permit application.
When did
It
that?
was sent on 1/14.
Okay,
Yeah, so that should be the one we download.
Well, or put
If-
on that, put on the website.
Put on the website. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
114.
Mhm.
Someone took off.
And who did it come from?
Bob Butter sent it to, you're not on here.
I don't remember.
That's why you don't remember. It's just Mark, Cheryl, and me.
Okay,
Okay, let me forward this to you.
all right.
You go to
Call the attachment. And do you want it at the Ulen.town?
It's fine.
Or do you want both of them?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I look at both of them every day, so it's
Sometimes attachments on a phone don't always
Yeah.
work, but let me know.
Had trouble with mine.
I didn't realize that you weren't on it.
Yeah.
That may not be on process.
Okay. New business?
I think so.
just a couple of things that Adam signed an agreement, somebody signed an agreement during our last meeting for Adam's services. I don't think I have executed copies of those agreements that have both signatures. I have one that has Adam's signature, but not yours. I have one that has
Do you have
yours,
the one
but
with
not
Adam?
Adam.
Do you have the one with Adam? So I'll just sign it.
I don't know if I brought all of them, but we need the interlocal agreement we need completed and that, for that,
You should be
PTA
able
stuff
to use separate signature pages though, and just,
and
even
Adam's.
though there's like one is signed here and one is signed here,
We can
you
use
put them
both.
together, yeah.
Okay,
If you
'cause-
don't happen to have it, if not, Mark can
So
sign.
that's what I was gonna ask about in terms of, the PO that we did for the encumbrance purposes, because we had their signature on their quote and we had Mark's signature on the PO, but I didn't have them both on the same document. But you're saying they can be on two different documents as long as they're
Well,
attached?
it's usually the same document, just separate pages.
Okay,
You can usually combine them and just, and it says that they may be separately signed.
okay.
'Cause
Well,
that
just,
happens a lot in our business.
okay, because like I
But
said,
it
I
has to be
have,
the same document,
Yeah, it's one document. It's just two signatures on two
two
different
separate
pages.
pages.
Yeah.
okay, I don't have that. I mean, I have Green Sign's quote and I have RPO that has your signature, but I don't have their signature on RPO. Do we need it?
No, because you have the quote and then you have
RPO that
RPO.
authorizes the quote. So
Yeah.
the quote's an attachment to RPO, I would
Yeah.
think. They wouldn't sign our purchase order.
Okay,
no, yeah.
all right.
With-
So we're good
Yep.
with that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Election updates.
Like
So-
what happened to ADA coordinator?
Oh, she told me she was gonna try to sign me up, but I think we're late. But
Yeah, I think it was the 22nd.
I'll
I think we
figure
missed
that
it.
out.
Oh, okay.
I'll sign up for the next one.
You know what, we could reach out to AIM and ask them. It was an AIM course. We could ask them if they.
They might be able to just send it to us.
Yeah, I mean, they'll either send a link or they'll charge you $25 and
Yeah.
send you the link or something. I think the last time they had a webinar like that I missed, they let me take it. It's,
Oh, because they record them.
yeah,
Yeah, it's revenue.
pardon?
It's revenue for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Why wouldn't
I know more
For
work,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the 20, it was. Okay, so that's, I'll sign up and get that done. Election update, so anybody who wants to run for one of these board positions, this is the year to run. So John, if you're planning on filling my position, just let me know. You're smiling. Means you're excited about it.
Like they do.
I'm trying to unmute you so you can say yes.
You get voluntold.
Yeah. So there's two ways to go about it from what I just gathered from the auditor. You can either sign up, well, you could have signed up now under an R or a D, or I don't think you can do it under an I. You had to be if you chose, then you'll be on the primary and you won't have to get the signatures because you'll already be supposedly you'll already be through. I don't know if I assume this means there's a county election this go around, not just city election.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of county, there's a lot of county
a ton of
positions
county
that are
positions.
That are
up.
so that's probably
Bunch.
why they're letting us run in this primary because it's part of the county.
What does the primary do?
Nothing. It just tells you that you are running in the general election if you win your primary. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not, I'm lost on that, because usually the purpose of a primary is to determine a single candidate.
Correct.
That's an R or a D.
Correct.
Or whatever.
So what she I think was saying was if I signed up and nobody else signed up, I will likely go on. I would be in the general election running for the town board.
It's
R.
really there in case somebody else signs up for the same position. But with town council, you've got multiple open positions anyway. So that's why I'm.
Well, I guess my biggest thing is we were very intentional about not making it
Mhm.
political.
I understand. And that's not anything we did. It's what this is the way the state went about it. She said.
Right, but we shouldn't even be on the primary. Because it's kind of like school board and some of those kind of things.
Because
You're not supposed to have
You won't be.
a position, so we shouldn't be on primary ballot.
Well, I don't think legally that's the way it works, from what she said
That's what she said tonight. Okay, well that's never how it's been.
I would say you probably want to reach out to her because from what she said to me tonight was that with the changes in the laws, you can go this route or you can be an independent, and between May 15th and June, you have to get signatures to go on the ballot, the fall ballot. You can either sign up now and be on the primary and then go on the ballot, or you can sign up this summer as an independent and go strictly on the.
But
So
if
my
somebody
question,
signs up to run against you, then do you get kicked out if they get more votes than you do?
I would assume yes.
If they're not, see
But see, there's
But that shouldn't be.
But see, there's 3 positions open, so that means there would be 2 of us. Because in the fall, it doesn't really. They're gonna have to pick.
but I don't think you can run again. Like let's just say 3 people that are ours
Yeah.
are in the primaries.
Well, you
Only
have
one
to
of-
have 4. Because I don't think our board. I don't think there's a designation that says we can't have 3 Republicans on our board.
No,
Or
there
3
isn't,
Democrats.
but there's not supposed to be any political affiliation.
I understand it, but I don't think you can. I think you want that, but I don't think that's realistic.
No,
I think-
that's exactly what it is. It's nonpartisan.
Well, I guess I'm afraid people are going to get really confused because I don't even know what the deadline was. I think it's already passed. hasn't
No,
it?
it's the 6th of
of
February.
February. My question, Jennifer, is that you said we were intentional about agreeing that everybody was going to run as an independent, but was that a decision that we made as the board for this town, or was that something?
Yeah, I don't think you can tell somebody you have to.
It was how keep in mind how the whole election thing came up was the county was like, you don't need to have primaries because it's not just one position or there's no designation that it has to be. It's 3 people.
Yeah.
And we did away with the wards. So there used to have to be
Yeah.
one person on Ulen Boulevard, one person on the island,
Well, yeah.
and
Right.
one person on East Drive.
Right. Correct.
And we're like, that's too limiting.
Yeah.
Let's just get 3 people, regardless of party affiliation,
Right.
that want to assist, and we'll do it in the general elections. You could have 3 people to pick from, or you could have 10 people to pick from.
And
I think
don't.
it's going to be very confusing for people if they go in to vote in the primaries and there's different people and what am I voting for?
And if they
If they're the
just see
same
you,
people,
and if they just see you and none of us.
No, I think they'll see us all, but by,
They won't.
No,
they
because
won't.
You have to pick a R or a D ballot in the primary. So
correct,
None of the
nobody
independent
who
people will
pulls
show
a
up.
D will know you're even
correct.
around,
Till the general election. In the general election, they'll see us all.
right? Right. But you're going to be under the place where if they push the R button, they're going to vote for you and nobody else.
Right.
So
I
they don't
think-
get a
I
vote
mean-
for 3 people. That's what I'm saying.
If they would have pushed the R button and we were all independents, they wouldn't have voted for any of us either.
Well, we won't show up in the primary
But
at
we
all.
won't-
So
Yeah.
But I mean, in the general election, you could push R or you can push D.
Right. Right.
So if none of us are, and I don't really care whether I'm an R.
In the general
No,
election, if you pick and it's non-denominational,
It'll
all those
still-
people show up.
They still show up. It's like school board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
I'll go back up and ask her. I got to go there anyway.
Okay. I mean, I think we need some clear. I think it's going to be very confusing if people go in the primaries and they only see
And they're like, why did you
R
mark on there?
or D,
Uh,
and then why are we voting again in November? I mean,
She said that, and I think her point tonight was, look, there's no cost to you to run for us to put you in the primary because we're already doing it.
right.
Where
I'm not
if they-
concerned about
if
the
it-
cost. I'm concerned about the confusion.
But I don't know that if somebody else in town that was maybe very staunch about what they were, Republican or Democrat, came and said, I'm signing up to run, and
yeah, that may
You-
still
you
happen if
can't
somebody
stop.
else.
Well, no, I'm not saying stop them. What I'm saying is, in the fall, you shouldn't be limited to only 3 R's or 3 D's.
You're not.
You
You're gonna
would
see
be
us-
if it's primary and you can only elect 3. Let's just say 4 R's sign up.
then only the top three go on
But why?
because there's only 3 positions available.
Now I'm confused.
But they never had an opportunity
But
to even pick a D or an
Yeah, but-
I.
Well, the D and I will show up in the
But if
general
we-
election.
So why shouldn't we just put, I go back to the way it all transpired was you could have 6 R's and 7 D's in
Right.
the general election and you pick 3.
Right.
Why are we limiting it through the primaries?
They put us in the primaries, and she said it was a state thing. So we'll have to ask her why
And
we have to be in the primary, or if we have to be. In
if we, I guess the question is really if. Now,
But-
I mean, there may have been law
The-
changes
the-
since we.
She told
Yeah.
me, because she was asking me about being in the primary. So I don't want to be in the primary. I want to run as an independent. She said, okay, well then you won't be in the primary if you if you sign up as an independent.
my concern is not us. It's about anybody in town that decides to run and goes up there. They're going to be so confused if they go up there. So I think we have to let her give us some guidance on how
I
people
just-
sign
just
up.
But I think she
when
needs
I-
to
He
understand
needs to understand that we are an independent
the
body,
entire
not a
board is
political body.
independent.
Yeah.
The entire
So-
board is independent. There's no
Right.
R's, there's no D's, there's no I's, it's
a nonpartisan.
nonpartisan board. So therefore there should be no need for a primary for anybody, regardless of,
Like school board doesn't have primary. They just-
right. I think, yeah. We're like the school
don't?
board.
No, because it's nonpartisan
Okay.
until the state makes a new law, but currently it's nonpartisan.
Well, let me ask her those questions. And
Okay.
it may be one of you has to go up and talk to her too. I don't. You don't like the answer.
Well, I mean,
I don't even know
no.
who is this?
Lisa Bruder.
Lisa Suter.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just remember when I was going to run first time,
Yeah.
we were told, here's the form, you sign up in May
Yeah.
and you have until this date.
And maybe
and
that's
it's
the
a- And it's an
confusion.
independent thing. So there's
Because I went
really-
in so early.
You just jumped the gun.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
partly my fault because I
I
told
thought-
you I saw it in the paper that people were.
Sign it up.
That is pretty,
Yeah.
so I said, no, that's for the primaries.
Yeah.
We don't have a primary.
And I think I'd already been up there, but
But we should not, there should be no primary.
So really they should, if you want to, should just pull your,
Yeah,
what
I
you've
can, I
got
can
for
do
right
that.
now.
Well,
and
or
then
what she needs
go
to
back
do
and
is, if anyone else who comes in, there is no primary, it's an independent
an
board,
independent board.
But I
and
think-
you need to
and
register to be.
Maybe we need to run that by Bob to make sure we're doing this right. Run that, because I mean, I don't want us to make a decision that this is the way.
Well, no, if you want to ask Bob, or I would think the person who's in charge of the elections.
Yeah. And
But I
maybe,
mean, just because that's how everyone else does it, doesn't necessarily mean.
no, and I'm not concerned about us. It's if somebody else wants to run. I don't want there to be confusion.
Well, we could put it out in an email that if you want to run for town board, it's an independent board. This is when you sign up.
Here are the forms.
That's how I knew about it in the first place. So
I'll ask. I'll go ask the questions.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be very confusing for people if we have primaries and
Jennifer, would you mind going up with Mark so that so
depends
that
when
we're
you're going to go. Yeah,
We could go late in the day or early in the morning. I just have to see when she's available.
when tomorrow?
No, I mean, we don't do it tomorrow.
I'm going.
Yeah.
When are you talking
Yeah.
about?
for February
Yeah.
6th
Well,
Is
that's
that-
next week.
Yeah.
at noon.
That's before next Friday.
Let me see when
Yeah.
she's available.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't take long. Just
Do you leave town early in the morning?
no, I just have like calls. I think I'm going to be in town. Monday's probably not good, but and I'll be out of town on Tuesday, but I can do tomorrow, Friday. So I can do the 29th, the 30th, the 4th,
Just text me those
or the
days.
5th.
Let me see if I can get a meeting with her in the morning before.
Well, I can't tomorrow morning until after.
But after in the afternoon.
I can't do tomorrow afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll check with her and then later. I just want to make sure that everybody in town understands there's the process and it's the way they want it to be. And
Right.
I want it to be the way we want it to be too, but it has to be.
Well, I'm not saying this is that. I mean, I'm just saying this is how.
Yeah, if
It's-
we're going to send out information about it, and I think it's a good idea to let everybody in the town know in case we've got some
Yeah.
people who are interested.
Yeah.
But if I just want to make sure that we're correct if we say the board is independent, you can only run as an independent,
Yeah.
because I
That
do
doesn't-
question whether that,
Non-partisan. You're not running as an
It's not-
independent.
yeah,
It's non-partisan.
any party.
It's not independent. It's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It's
but in
not
order for,
partisan.
from what I heard from Lisa,
I don't know if we could do that.
if you're not going to run as as a
It's
Republican
like the school
Democrat,
board,
You're running it.
just like the school board. Well, because she was thinking you're running in the primaries. There is no primary.
And she may not even understand what town of Ulen board is, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if she was around for the last election or not. We'll just go talk to her.
No, she wasn't.
and if you, yeah, and then when you
We
know
know.
more,
Yeah.
then we can send out a communication, just like we're sending out communications around the ordinance about here's how you run if you want to run.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll get that answered. Planning for sidewalks and road paint marker project.
That's not urgent. We just want to leave it
Keep
on,
it on there.
leave it on the agenda.
So are
that
we all okay to paint? In the past, I think we've had 2 white lines that went from the sidewalk to the park.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then,
definitely.
and then down there in the front where the stop sign is, there's
Put
also a
a
white line.
block. Yeah.
So that's what we'll
For
plan
sure.
to do as soon as
Yeah.
we get,
Do we have a vendor in mind?
I have a couple, there's usually a couple guys. There's a guy in Frankfurt that works at the fire station that's done it in the past,
Okay.
but I'll find out. The guy,
Or just if Lebanon is
yeah,
out.
there's probably a guy that does parking lots, so I'll find out. who it
You don't
is.
think we can just, when
The-
Lebanon's
the
painting,
city-
can we
city
just,
of Lebanon.
City won't do it for us.
you don't think so? Even if, while they're out painting, really? So extra, okay. Well, they
Yeah,
do everything else, but
I'll
they
ask
do
them.
lift back up and.
I'll ask John if they would.
I
do
mean, I
it.
just thought if they're out painting,
Yeah.
we'll just, hey,
The
how much
question,
is
the
that?
hard part with ours is you can't, it's gotta dry and you're not gonna be able to stop traffic from going in and out unless you do half at a time.
Yeah, that's true.
When that white,
And
white.
then that looks really bad when people
Yeah.
drive over it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
How did we do it last time?
we probably did half at a time.
I don't think.
So what we'll probably do is we may end up having to do it ourselves and do half at a time. Because I don't know how else.
Nobody's gonna make two trips. It's
About
not-
how
Right,
it's done,
they're
or what
not,
kind of paint
yeah.
you use. I mean,
No, it's just concrete. It's white safety white paint.
I mean, it dries pretty quick,
Yeah.
but not.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have a really hot day for it to dry really quick.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any way possible that we can do it without doing it.
Yeah, because there's
It's-
no other way out of
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
Nope.
So I
there's
don't
gonna
want
be
white lines.
there's gonna have to be a
you know,
little
people-
there's gonna have to be a little planning on this.
Yeah.
So that we don't make a huge error, and
and
I don't want
mess.
to paint it at 2 a.m. this summer, but might be a
okay,
little
so
way.
you're gonna find us
Yeah.
a recommended vendor
Yep.
and
in it. Public comment and input.
anybody on the phone? John, you have to unmute.
Yeah, I'm unmuted now. No, I
Okay.
Hi,
think
John.
you covered all the major things, I think, and the snow and the, I don't know, the connections with the street that, because I've gotten all those letters too. And then I guess we don't know about the zoning right now. There's nothing, or you're still working on how to plan that. The zoning and the plan commission.
Correct. We have to get that stuff loaded on the website, the application. So as
Okay.
soon as that application's up, I'll get with your neighbor and get him to go in front of the BZA on that first. That'll be our first case probably, unless we get a project this spring where somebody wants to do a remodel or something.
Okay. Sounds good. No, it's great. Thanks for doing what you do.
Well, appreciate it. Thanks for logging in and watching.
I'm not going to run,
Okay.
but I will vote.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
So,
All right. Any other new business or any other comments or anything?
yeah, my only comment would be off leash German Shepherd throwing balls to him in the front yard.
Down there?
Mhm.
Is that,
Is that
so we need to
Front
send, now,
Well,
recently?
yeah, recently.
So we need
I
to
mean,
see-
I just turn around if I see, but I'm like,
and he doesn't
I
have an
don't like
invisible
it.
fence?
I got to your house and I'm like turning around because I can't. I mean, you could ask if Helen's still on, but
You can't take your dog down.
he's out. I can't take my dog down there because he's out in the front. I mean,
So do we-
I just have to really pay attention.
Well, do you want
Because-
me to reach out to Bob and see if we can send him a letter?
Yeah,
I
I
assume we
mean,
can.
I don't know if I need to like have dates or whatever, but I see it happening. But if I'm on a walk and I see that dog out there
Yeah.
running around in the front yard, I'm not going to go that far.
But again, and he doesn't have an invisible fence.
No,
Okay. I mean, that's the.
unless
I
he
mean,
put
like,
it in.
my
for
dogs
the
are out
cover.
running, and they do bark at people when they walk by,
Yeah,
but they don't go.
There's an invisible fence.
There's an
but
invisible
doesn't-
fence.
He's never
so-
had a fence that I know, invisible fence that I know of. I've never seen a flag in his yard. But
I'll ask him when I call him about the
mailbox.
But yeah, and like I said, you can ask Helen because she probably sees it more than I do. But there's
Yeah.
been times and I'm like, really, I was gonna walk all the way down
Yeah.
through Elmwood today, and I can't because
because the dog.
Yeah.
the dog's out there, and he'll probably say, "Oh, my dog is well trained," but that's not
Yeah, it's not the case. Yeah.
not what I've experienced previously.
Yeah, it's not worth testing to
No,
get your
it's
dog
not.
jumped.
I mean, I can start carrying my pepper spray again, but
I assume that would slow him down or make him angry.
not sure what it would do.
I'm not sure what it would do to the dog.
Yeah. Not sure, but beats getting bit, I guess.
As long as you get him in the eyes.
Yeah,
If you don't,
right.
he
Yeah,
might come after you with more anger.
right.
Nothing
And
else.
I don't want to.
Nothing else to come before the board. try to get some answers then to those questions we've got.
I did have just, and this is really just more a question. Has anybody seen anything on golf cart registration? Has
Uh,
Lebanon come
yeah.
out with it?
Derek just told me, he said they're working in it.
Oh, did he?
I
Okay,
can't-
I
They're
haven't seen
working
it.
on it. I really don't want to share this
Okay.
on our meeting. But yes, they are working on,
Okay.
he says they are working on an ordinance for e-bikes and golf carts.
Well, they already have an order. I thought it was an inspection. Aren't they going to do inspections of
I
golf
think-
carts? I thought that
I
was
don't think so. I think
to make
they
sure.
are going to make sure this year that there are not a lot of kids on golf carts.
Yeah, or that it's truly a golf cart and not an ATV.
Thank you.
I've had enough of that.
So you want to join this?
We were just finishing up.
Oh, well, we're just finishing.
We're almost done.
Discussing golf cart ordinances and e-bikes that
In
Lebanon's
city.
working on. Any update that
New
you
city
can-
ordinances.
Yeah.
We've got to have something ourselves too.
Well, we're going to try to match what the city
Oh.
does. So that the police, it's easier for the police, we think.
Yeah. E-bikes, I didn't thought about that. If you mean
Carmel did an e-bike one.
those kids riding around on a battery powered bicycle?
Yes.
If nothing else, then to come before the board, motion,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
motion a second, all in favor.
Aye.
Adjourn. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
We all.